Initializing. Welcome everybody to this week's Inside Circle.
Good morning.
We have. Welcome everybody to this week's. Whoops! I need to turn that off. Hang on a minute. We have. All right.
Oh crap! Me too.
We've all got this room running in the background here. Okay, so we're without an important member at the moment. She is trying to fix a camera issue, but she will be with us soon. So. So tonight we're delving into a topic that is as big as it is complex, and of course it's immigration. Now, we have to be careful here because immigration can be polarising, especially in today's climate. But tonight we're not here to argue, we're not here to take sides, we're not to shout over one another, we're just here to listen and to learn and to explore some different perspectives with respect for each other, and that's what Inside Circle is all about. It's about the middle way. Now, accepting that immigration is huge, tonight we'll just keep it focused by looking at three lenses, okay? The human side, which is families, work, the everyday lives of immigrants, and it's going to be all different in each of the countries, I guess. We'll have a look at the policy side, borders. Probably none of us have a whole heap of knowledge about that particular thing. I certainly know I don't. Pathways to citizenship, I know a little bit, but not too much. And the cultural side, how immigration shapes and enriches our communities, and if it does or if it doesn't. So let's start by welcoming our viewers. Thank you very much for being here. All those lovely people in chat. Look at that. That is fantastic.
Welcome everyone.
Absolutely. And we're still waiting on Kiwi. I just got to keep an eye on. I'm reading over here. I've got to keep an eye on when Kiwi comes in because I've got to pop her into the little box up there. So
yeah. Shall I say hello?
Hang on a second. So, hang on a second there. From Australia, information and support, the lovely Annalise. How are you? From South.
Well, thanks.
That's good. From South Africa, our marketing guru, Anjanette. How are you doing?
Hi, fine, thanks, and you?
I'm awesome.
I'm trying to manage chat here on the side.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I've got it going in both two places here, so
Yeah.
Hang on. Who was that?
Yeah.
Not Kiwi yet. Okay, so that's all right.
Yeah. No, everything's fine this side. I wanted to ask you, maybe just for ease of whatever, if every now and again you just give me a moment or two just to catch up with chat, so I don't interrupt the whole time to do that, which is what I was doing last week, and I've got my wires crossed. Okay. There we go. So yes, I can be a little bit more polite and not interrupt to catch up with chat.
I will definitely do that.
Shall I do that now quickly while we wait for Kiwi?
I think that's a great idea, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's just see. I'm just going to the top. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Carlhauser. Outside, Mr. Dawn. Deb. And we've got Deborah Perkins, a veritable celebrity. Yeah, hi, Debbie Perkins. Nice to have you here as well. First time, I think. No, you were last week. I'm getting old. I don't remember offhand. But in any case, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.
Kay is here.
Kay, my darling friend, how are you?
Yeah.
I chatted to Kay the other day for the first time. It was nice.
And Miss Dawn, I think you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said hello to Miss. Yeah.
Poor old Kiwi. She's trying to fix it, and I'm sure she'll get there. Okay. As always, we invite you in the chat to share your thoughts and experiences too. Just remember, just keep it respectful. I know I kind of harped on a little bit, but immigration is such a contentious issue at the moment, especially in the US. And given that 82% of our audience is from the US, I guess that's what's prompted my hesitancy about it. So let's listen more than we label, hey? Let's see if we can find some common ground together. As always, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe
lovely.
if you... What?
No,
Oh.
I just did lovely. I see Rascal Cut. I'm pronouncing it properly because it's got an Afrikaans thing. Yeah, so Rascal Cut is joining us for the first time. Welcome very much.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And Beach Dad. Hi, Beach Dad.
Cheryl Grogan's in the chat. Awesome.
Oh, hi, Cheryl. It's so nice to see everyone.
Okay, so let's begin by asking each of the panelists, what does immigration look like in your country? Now, Anna is Australia, same as me. Obviously, everyone knows Anjanette is South Africa. So who wants to start? No specific order. Yeah, go for it.
South Africa more has, we've got people immigrating out of South Africa. I'm trying to think what the bloody word is. What's the opposite to immigration?
I
don't know. I know the word, but we have people leaving. Nobody comes here except from...
What is it?
Is it
immigration?
Expatriation?
No, expatriation is when you die or you're getting sent back to your own country. So
an expatriate is someone who's living in another country.
Someone living in a different country.
Yeah, different. So an expat from America living here. Emigrating.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
But we do have a lot of people from the surrounding countries to South Africa, sub-Saharan South Africa, that come to us. But I don't know if they immigrate as such because they are mostly people working here. I mean, my domestic is from Zimbabwe, so she has to haul ass up to Pretoria once a year to go and renew her papers. And then she also has to go back to Zimbabwe to do that. So we don't really have so much an influx of, I suppose we do from the neighboring countries. And there was a big hoo-ha about it, but we're very strict. You've got to be here with papers. You can't, hello.
She is with us.
It won't accept my new webcam.
Was that your new camera? Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
but you look perfect. Your picture is perfect.
Great. Yeah.
Well,
you look very pretty.
This is the old webcam in the computer, which played up big time last week. And the webcam's been working fine, except when today.
Well, we're getting a clear image here. We're getting a clear image here of you today.
Your image is perfect.
It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I don't know what else to do. I've been all the way through the settings and done everything. So, but anyway.
You're here. That's the main thing.
We'll get it sorted.
Yes.
What we're doing at the moment, Kiwis, we're just having a look at what immigration looks like in your country, and we're looking at it in terms of like the human side, families, work, policy, that sort of stuff, and the cultural side, how immigration shapes and enriches our communities, and if it even does that. So Anjanette is first off, and she's answered. She's in the beginning, in the process of answering.
But it's the same as it should be in any country. You've got to be here legally. You can't just be in the country without papers. But then having said that, I don't know how jacked up our government is with actually controlling who comes in. I mean, we at best in most places just have a little barbed wire fence between us and the other country. Well, not in most places, but there are places where it is literally just a fence. So, and I don't think we've got the means to control who comes in and that. Is there a funny noise on the...
Yeah, I can hear it.
It's like a scratching
that's me
noise.
Scrolling through my notes.
Gonna say it's a mouse scroll.
Oh, Yeah.
It was. I've got
Yeah.
like, I mean, when I do the research for this stuff, I do pages and pages, and then I go through and I kind of set it out the way I want to set it out, and then someone will say something. I'll go, oh yeah, that's on page 4, and then I've got to scroll down to page 4 to find it because
Yeah.
I'm not that good at kind of remembering the information and just ad-libbing, I mean, give me a break. I'm an old woman, so, oh, God, that's what I got to do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
God, we're sick of that excuse.
I go use it when I can.
Yeah.
So, Anna, what's it look like? I mean, let's go to Kiwi because you and I, we're in the same boat. And I just have to say something too, is that Anna and I, we're best friends, but we often disagree very respectfully on each other. And prior to this particular topic coming up, I was very, very against immigration. Look, I was born in 1951. Immigration, the first we heard was, I suppose, in the late 60s or 70s when the Greek and Italian people come here, and every bloody Australian was dead set against it. But, it turned out to be the best thing, quite frankly, that ever happened to Australia. But it wasn't until I started to do a bit of a deep dive into this particular subject this last week that I sat back and went, fuck, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I played into many of the myths and political bullcrap that's gone on about it, and I had a really, really one-sided view about it. Anna and I now agree. We're both on the same side, basically, in terms of that. And that's one of the things that I love about doing this podcast. Every time I've done one, whatever topic we've done, it's been a massive learning curve for this girl. I do an immense amount of research, and I've changed my views on a lot of things, It's really terrific. But Kiwi, what's it like? I mean, I've been to New Zealand, I've lived in it, I know what it's like, but that was a long time ago. What's it like now in terms of I can remember when there was I don't know if you remember this because you're a lot younger than I am, but do you remember when on the Auckland Herald there was an advertisement, or there was a notice that said, will the last Kiwi leaving Australia please turn out the lights? Because everyone was coming to Australia, and I happen to know the person who put that on there because they're friends of mine who worked for the... Do you remember that?
No.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
We had that in South Africa.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, when the last white South African leaves, please turn off the lights.
Yeah.
But it was just a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
We did have that from friends of mine from the United States who were very anti-Trump. And they said if Trump gets in, all the supporters say to each other, the last one to leave, turn out the lights.
Yeah, right.
And then she said to me, can we come and live in your country? Can we come and live with you?
So they might find Australia...
They just might.
Yeah, it's just as regulated. Carl Hauser says, being a former government official here in Canada, immigration has always been a problem, but was the fault of both Liberal and Conservative governments, as they took voters for increased rolls. They looked for voters, sorry, my eyesight, to increase rolls. And Didi McLean also says, and welcome Didi McLean, he also says that he's in a small city there and it's way out of control. Too many for a small city in a small area, and the city can't handle it. So I think
who said that? Who said it in Canada as well? Whoever said
that?
I didn't catch the name. Carl Hauser. Can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean by it's always been a problem? My autistic brain says focus on one thing, and I'm not kind of understanding that. How has it always been a problem in Canada?
Keep talking,
Educate me.
Feet are freezing.
Okay, no worries. Feet are freezing. I got a heater on.
Yeah, and Didi McLean is right. He says it's an issue the world over.
Yeah, of
He's
course
about
it is.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, he's also Canadian. He lives about 2 hours from Toronto.
All
So,
right. Okay.
yeah, for my side here, I know that a while, this is Africa. So, although from what I've seen in Los Angeles and in some American cities lately, I don't think there's much difference. They certainly can't be pointing their little finger at us and our third world.
No,
But
not at all.
we had major riots and toy-toying a little. Toy-toying is when everyone dances with their little placard.
Yeah.
It's a South African word. So
Okay.
we had major, and they would go and raid all the Somali and the people that were from other countries here. They
We
would
have
go and raid.
plants here. We have plants here called tortoise.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do
Yeah,
you
well,
really?
yeah, no, well, yeah, it's a term for dancing with your placard. But in any case, so they would go and raid their shops, and because they were angry because they were saying that they take all the jobs and everything. I have a slightly different viewpoint because they're prepared to work, but
Yeah.
they do feel it's a strain on the infrastructure, and they see other people doing well in their country that are foreigners, and they battling because we've got 45% unemployment rate this side. So every
45%.
45%. Welcome to Africa, baby. So
Bloody hell! I did not know that.
I know, and it doesn't help because
45.
Wow.
45%.
So
You heard right.
literally every second person is without a job.
And
Friggin' hell.
and you must remember that most of our kids, and that's across the color bar, I suppose person can put it, across all the different nationality, or not nationalities, races that we have in South Africa, and a good percentage of our population doesn't work here. My daughter's
Yeah.
been in China. Well, my daughter's been overseas now since 2006, so that's 9 years. Most of my nieces are living in Australia and New Zealand.
Okay.
I've got another
Good
one
place.
that's in, yeah, and another one that's, my brother-in-law moved to Victoria. It's a province of Victoria, and they're in Robinville. So I'm not sure where that is in.
That's a town. Yeah, that's a town.
Yeah. So that's where they've been settled for 2 years now. But I mean,
Right,
his
yeah.
daughter is living in Hong Kong. Her boyfriend works for Cathay Pacific, I think it is. He's a pilot, so they live there. So
they're
most
all
of our kids,
emigrating out.
yeah,
Not
they don't. There's
immigrating
no
in, they're
work.
emigrating out.
Yeah, because you don't.
That stunned me. 45%. That's stunned me. I mean, you've got countries that are up in arms about unemployment being 7%, 8%,
Demi,
9%.
that's not even
Jeez.
bad. That's not even the scary part. We,
Really?
as the white population here, we are 3%. We constitute 3% of the population.
Oh, right, okay.
And yet, there are laws in place, and that is why Elon Musk wouldn't bring Starlink here. I don't know if there's been a change in plan, because there are laws to protect the job market against us, against the 3%.
Right.
So even when you apply for jobs, there's the equivalent of DEI in our country as well.
Okay.
It's got some other different name now. It used to be affirmative action. There's some other word for it now. So there's a lot going on here, but I mean, just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Doesn't help to
Kiwi,
cry about everything.
Let's concentrate on New Zealand. New Zealand's probably a little bit more similar, I guess. More similar. I think that's a tautology I shouldn't be using. Is more similar, I'll use it, to Australia in terms of immigration. Do you know someone who's an immigrant to New Zealand? There you go. Let's start out with a really good question. Do you know someone who's an immigrant?
I don't.
What's your what nationality would you say is primarily immigrates to New Zealand. I mean, when I was there, the South Island really consisted of the UK population, and the North Island just consisted of anybody, pretty much. Is it pretty much the same? Is there a big UK immigration still?
Probably Chinese, Korean.
Oh, really?
Asian,
South African?
probably communities. No,
Not so much South African.
I would say the Asian, and then Indian,
Okay,
Pakistani, that sort of race.
Yeah.
Yes, there is South African, but they're mainly the North Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the New Zealand government are clamping down big time on immigrants because the infrastructure of the country won't be able to keep up with it. So they've clamped down on who comes in, and they must bring skills.
Yeah.
Not just come in and think, well, we'll get a job when we get there. That's the way it used to be, but not now.
Oh, well, that hasn't
You
been that
must
way in
bring-
Australia for a long time. Yeah,
you
here
must bring
it's
skills.
skilled.
And also it used to be a 5-year waiting list.
Right.
Like you come in on a 5-year visa and then apply for your citizenship. They reduced it to 3-year, and then they'll revise it. If you don't meet the criteria that was laid down from the start,
You're
you go
gone.
home. So, yeah. 39,000 people left, no, 69,000 people left New Zealand to work in various places overseas, probably 3 years ago, but 130 came in.
Right.
But they were immigrants. So
Yeah.
New Zealand realised that if they didn't start clamping down, they were going to be in trouble. So they did,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, one of the criteria now, when you apply for your citizenship, and this is new, it's only been in 12 months or so, you must be able to speak and write English.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Because
Always been
a lot
important.
of,
Yeah.
well, a lot of people were coming in for the likes of India, China, things like that, establishing their citizenship, and then bringing over mum, dad, cousins, and none of them could speak English.
Yeah.
And they battled when they got here. So they changed the laws.
Oh,
And
that makes
that's-
sense. Yeah, if you're coming into a country, you should at least be able to speak the primary language. At least have a good grasp of it, I would imagine. Demi, you you asked Kohlhauser a question.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
He says the reason it's a problem is that no government wants to take on the responsibility. So they just pass it on to the next government. They sort of just pass the buck. So
Okay.
they sort of do the bare minimum to deal with it. And
Okay.
Deb is saying that US is essentially all immigrants. Legal is fine and welcome. The influx of illegals is what puts a strain on the community services. I just wanted to check, and Dee McLean says all entry-level jobs, fast food and such, are almost always for immigrants over there. He feels bad for teenagers looking for a job. Well, that's exactly the same problem we have here in South Africa, is that teenagers, people leaving school can't have a job. It's like saying you need 20 years experience and you've only just, all jobs are 20 years experience, but you've just left school. So, and then Deb says in the past, the goal was to become American. Now they want to act like they're in their home countries culture-wise. And it often doesn't mesh because they want you now to adapt to their culture and live like them. And I think that is.
I don't know
from
about
here.
Canada or America, but if you live here on a visa or you've applied for citizenship, you cannot vote for over 3 years.
Yeah, you've got to be a citizen to vote. I mean, that's logical.
No, well, it's in America you don't.
That's what I said. The American
Is
people
that
in
right?
chapters
In
tell
America,
me.
you don't.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No.
I didn't know
America
that.
is
Okay.
crazy. Just back me up, chat, if I'm right, in that you don't even need to, in most places or some places, you don't even need to produce ID to vote. And we have such strict voter rules here, but maybe it's because
Yes,
it's
so do
Africa.
we. Yeah.
But I mean, there is such strict voter rules. I've got a flippin'
I
spit.
lived in Australia for 15
Yeah,
years and I wasn't allowed to vote.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't
It's
allowed to
that's
vote in New
logical.
Zealand either.
No.
I didn't vote when I lived in New Zealand
Yeah.
either.
And yet we
Yeah.
have a free visa for each
Yes.
way.
Well, there
That's
used
not
to
a
be a
problem.
time we didn't even have a visa. You could just
No.
jump on a plane and go straight to New
You
Zealand.
can jump
When
on
I
a
was
plane
there,
and go. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you didn't need a visa or anything. And
You
then
didn't need a
there was
passport.
no, you didn't need a passport or anything. And then there was a huge influx of Kiwis coming to Australia, and then for some reason, I don't know, they brought in, I didn't know too much about it, why they brought in the need for a passport, but they did. I was quite shocked when I found out that you actually did, because, you know, I had fully intentions of going over. Thankfully, I had a passport, but I didn't even think I needed one. But Anna, here, I think, as I said before, I had a very one-sided view of immigration. That's certainly changed now. We currently have 30% of Australians are immigrants. I used to only third. Where'd she go?
I was just looking at
Back.
There she is. Hello. I don't know what happened then,
Ducked
whether
out.
I clicked you off or whatever. Yeah, 30% of Australians are immigrants. Now, one of the things that I certainly bought into was that immigration is at record highs. It's actually not. That it's out of control. It's actually not. And I think that this taps into fears of rapid change with claims like, I think we've had here, was it 1,500 immigrants are arriving every single day, and in numbers that are exploding, recent governments. And I bought into all that. I believed it. What's your views on that? Anna?
Sorry, I missed that. You?
I didn't
you
hear
did too,
properly.
'cause I clicked you
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I missed the intro for that, Demi. Sorry.
That's
maybe
all right.
repeat.
Now, just saying one of the myths about it, like in
yeah.
Australia here, I didn't realise that it's only 30%. I was under the assumption that we had like 50% of immigration. We were overrun with them and all that sort of business. And I look at my street, right? I have a street that has about, what would you say, Anna? Maybe 25 houses, if that, in it. 20 houses, maybe, if that. I'd say, well over 50% of those would be from the Indian population. However, having said that, it's quite a damn street I've ever lived in my life. There's no parties. There's no kids running amok.
No.
It's as safe as hell. You know.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah. So one of the myths being that is that immigration's at record highs, that it's out of control, that it's overwhelming Australia, and the fears about that. So, what's your comments on that?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So I find it hard to talk to immigration without first starting from the point that my culture and my ancestry have immigrated to this country, and I'm not a First Nations person, so it's not a place that I feel a traditional custodian of. I am Australian, but I don't.
You're not
think
Indigenous,
that,
yep.
Yeah, so I find it really hard to talk with authority on what is right for Australia. It's I've been welcomed here. My culture and my ancestry pretty much or just about destroyed the Indigenous population here and created a huge amount of havoc for a country. So in those terms, immigration can be extremely destructive and disruptive to culture.
Right.
But, you know, in modern terms, immigration we see really can create such a beautiful enriched culture where you have a whole lot of different businesses set up, you know, different foods coming in. I mean, when I grew up, our every dinner was like meat and 3 veg, like,
Yep.
you know, the classic English. And like, it's the most disgusting
The Australian
food.
English way.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
But now we have like, we just have the most beautiful range of foods and choices and cultures and influences and music, and this, it's such an enriched life to what you know, I grew up with. And you know, immigrants start companies and bring new ideas, and I think I've lost the track of what the question was now, but
That's
I
all
just
right.
wanted to have that as a starting point.
I think probably what would help understand it is to, which is something I didn't know, is talk about why immigration starts in a country for a start. And one of the things, I mean, we've been through 2 lots of immigration in Australia. We went through a massive, 3 actually, we went through a massive big import from the UK. Remember what was it called, the 10 cent, what was it, 10 bob Brit
10
or something.
pound
What was it?
Bob Paul.
10 pound pom. We went through that.
Yep.
And then we, and they were pretty shocked when they came to this country, you know, coming from London and places like that. Then we went through a very big immigration for Italian Greek people. And as I said at the opening, that wasn't very well received at the beginning, but you know, look, they integrated so well.
And the gold
they're
rush era
Aussies.
with the Chinese too.
Oh,
Absolutely,
yeah, gold rush.
and
Yeah.
there was no problem there. Now we have another whole set. But the whole reason that I found out that it started was that, and I'm not sure whether it's the same in other countries, possibly is, but we have a very low birth rate here in Australia, 1.6 children per couple, whatever you want, as opposed to our death rate of older people. And it's got to the point where we don't have young people to sustain the older people. You know, our older generation, like me, we're on pensions, we're on, you know, I'm on a aged care because I'm in a wheelchair. I'm on an aged care thing, which costs a fortune for funding and stuff like that. We have elderly people cost more. So when you don't have the young people producing the next generations as much as what you should have, you're laughing at something, Anjanette. What are you laughing at?
No, something I saw in chat, that's all.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, when you don't have that to back that up, things like Social Security, things like, you know, Medicaid, health and all this sort of thing suffers badly, and it's the taxpayers. So with immigration, that helps that because they usually have slightly bigger families for a start. They usually are skilled workers that come in. So that's the whole reason. So I didn't know that. I had no clue.
And
Total
keeping
ignorance.
universities going. I mean, international students are the, you know, the money that goes into universities. Without them, universities in Australia couldn't survive. We wouldn't have doctors. We have a huge proportion of immigrants working as doctors, and without them, we would have nothing.
not only that, in the healthcare industry, the majority of the people that do come out here are skilled workers, and I think that's actually a requirement that they are a skilled worker. So, you know, it amazed me. As I said, when I was deep diving, I just went, wow, you know, it's so easy to buy into the myths. That's all you hear, you know, you watch TV, you see all of this stuff, you know, and you go, yeah, okay. But then when you really start deep diving into it and you realise the purpose of immigration and that it's actually keeping this country going.
Well, I had a niece and nephew that lived in Australia for near 20 years.
Right.
And in that time, they had a boy who was born in Australia.
Yeah.
And the parents were told when they enrolled him in school, he didn't have the same rights because he wasn't recognised as an Australian. Even though the parents had professional jobs, both of them had professional jobs, they found it so difficult because the boy had New Zealand parents, even though he was Australian born. So they sold up, packed up, and came back to New Zealand.
I mean, I know so many Kiwis in Australia. It's every second person I meet comes from New Zealand. You know, I mean, that's I'm really stunned that that's the
Mate, I could tell you
type of
some
reaction
stories
they got.
from Australia that would make your hair curl,
Yeah.
but I won't.
A friend of mine is Canadian, and he was living with his Australian wife in Canada, raising their children, and they separated at some point, and she moved back here, and he moved back to be with the kids. And, you know, after I think his 2-year visa ran out, what do you do? Like, he then had to go back to Canada and was separated from his family and his children, you know, and in Australia. It just blows my mind that the needs of children are not recognised above the needs of a country to, you know, deport somebody if they want to stay longer to help raise children.
Yeah.
We're very strict here, and some of the immigration rules are really nonsensical to me.
Debbie from Oz. Yeah, sorry, can I catch up?
No, go ahead, please do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Debbie from Oz says she would like to know what the rate of migrants working is as opposed to claiming benefits. She says where she lives a lot don't work and claim any benefit they can. You know what I'm thinking is there's an important distinction to be made here, and there's a difference between people immigrating because they're going to another country, like your skilled workers, and then asylum seekers.
Absolutely.
Because it's the people coming into the country to work are not going to be a problem to the country because they're coming in and they're working, and they're not going to be claiming benefits because you are there working, and it takes you a couple of years to actually get your permanent visa. I know because I've got family there. You don't. I think my niece was there 5 years before she was eligible to actually become a citizen. So there's a difference between the people that come into a country because they're going there to work versus the asylum seekers that are coming into a country being granted asylum, but they've got no job. So then the government is supporting them, and that is the distinction we need to make, because I don't think all the issues and the bad taste and the feeling of all this unrest and everything would come about if it wasn't that it's the ones that don't have jobs to start off with that are being let into the country and supported. Like in the UK, their asylum seekers get put up in bloody hotels and everything, but their own citizens are sleeping on the streets. Isn't it the same in the US as well? They also get put up in hotels and stuff like that. So, and I mean,
well, here it's not.
I'm from Africa, so I know what they are coming from.
Yeah.
It must be like a
Well,
bloody, and I've been to India and those places. It must be like a
yeah.
bloody 6-star of existence, because now you are living in a hotel, you've got
Yeah.
running water, things the first world takes for
Oh, yeah,
granted, that a lot of
absolutely.
Africans and communities where they're coming from, where they don't have that as take for granted. So, they've got
Well,
running water, they've got flushing toilets, they've got everything.
I've got some
Anyways,
stats on that in terms of Australia, and
yeah,
answering the chat questions. So the myth that I bought into was most immigrants are queue jumpers or refugees straining the system unfairly, often tied to boat arrivals. This myth paints migrants as sneaky, burdensome, and ignoring the human side. But here's the reality. Here's the facts. Whether you believe them or not, I don't really know. Only a tiny fraction, under 1%, arrive in Australia by boat. Most following strict points-based systems for skilled or family visas. And that much I know to be true. It's real.
yes.
Refugees, we have a quota in Australia of 20,000 spots for refugees. Many are from Afghan families who fled persecution, now contribute as, nurses, business owners, whatever. Now, this is what I was going to say. You don't get that kind of luxury stuff so much here. We have a place called the Villawood Detention Centre. I know it because I lived near it when I lived in Sydney. I'd hate to live there, I tell you. Hang on, Colhauser says they did that here. They gave migrants 5-star hotels. Well, they haven't done that here so much. The Villawood Detention Centre, where immigrants go, and often even people who've not immigrants, sorry, where refugees go, and even some immigrants go, it's a detention centre. I mean, basically, there's fences around it. Families are shoved into very small rooms.
It's barbed wire, it's really
please, Anna.
horrific conditions. And it's very traumatizing for children particularly, because it is essentially a prison.
Yes, you know it. You know of it?
It's very much, and I've been to the one in South Australia, and
all right,
so it's certainly not 5-star.
So nothing has changed since when I lived in Sydney with it. I know I hear all the time about being put up into 5-star motels and that. I don't think I think that's media stuff. I really don't think. Look, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I know of the detention centre. So does Anna. Anna has experienced that in also a completely different state to me, so it's not there. Dita McLean says, just Googled it, the company is staying here. A bottling plant is closing, shifting some of the bottling to the US. Okay, now that's Canada, isn't it? So that's obviously an answer to something. Sorry, go ahead, mate. Where did Anjanette go?
I don't, can you still hear me?
Black screen.
Yeah,
I
you
can
hear
hear
me?
Turn
you.
the lights out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yes, we can,
no, my camera is still there.
Yeah, you're here, you're on, you're in the scene.
Yeah, because
Hang on, I'll remove you and put you back in, okay?
okay,
Hang
do
on.
that, I think, because I don't know what's happened.
Okay, all right. All I'm getting is black. I'm not getting any camera from you whatsoever. Nothing.
Camera issues today, but you can still hear me.
Yeah,
I
it still be here.
reckon.
Oh,
You
as long
just-
as my big, as long as my big
Your
mouth is
skin
still in the
colour
picture.
just changed. your skin colour just changed.
Let me see. I should be on
I've run out of
that.
drink. Oh my God, that's only my third one today.
Oh wow.
What?
I don't know.
Good
I don't know
heavens.
why I'm not there.
I live on this stuff. Everyone in the chat's going to go, hey, righto, that's going to kill her. I'm 74, I've been doing this for 15 years, I have 3 of these a day, and I'm still here. So, shut up, everyone.
I've never had one.
I
Never
live on
ever
Can I-
tried one.
Yeah, go ahead,
Can
Anna.
I just talk? You know, when you mentioned the topic of immigration, I was thinking about how it's a really difficult topic in terms of AI, actually, because of the way the workforce is changing and is going to change significantly in the next 20, 30 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so, you know, a lot of the concerns that we're having are actually not going to exist in the short-term future, because it's not that immigrants are going to be coming and taking jobs and resources, because there's going to be an upheaval of societal resources and jobs anyway. Once AI starts cutting out those lower tier jobs, the whole workforce is going to change, and social security systems are going to have to change. You know,
absolutely, I'm
so
reading that.
immigration, in a way, is perhaps not going to be the problem that we think it is now.
Yeah, I'm reading that exact same thing, yeah, in the research that I've done, so.
Yeah, right. And yeah, the other thing on that is that, you know, depending on the way society goes, it could really actually open us up to be a more fluid society, to change the way that we approach home and living. You know, even with the internet has changed, and through COVID, everyone working from home now. People, you don't need to be in the one spot to work. You can work from different places. You can work as a traveller, nomadic, you know, lifestyle, working around the globe for the same company. So the world that we are living in is shifting in so many different ways, which
Some of the other things that we have immigrants coming into New Zealand via Australia, because they know how easy it is to get from Australia to New Zealand, and they get into Australia, come to New Zealand, because we've had a change in abortion laws. It's no longer
Have you?
outed. You can now come here
It's just common.
for an abortion.
Oh, right, okay. It's absolutely legal. What, is there a particular time?
Totally legal.
Trimester or like what?
Don't know the ins and outs of. I think now they have put it between a health professional and the woman involved.
Right, okay.
And that's where it stops.
What a shame it's not between the man involved too. I mean, he is the dad. Shouldn't he have a say?
If he's around.
Yeah,
would
if
think,
he's around.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Well, that's another subject that we will cover one day, and I'm sure that'll be as contentious as what immigration is. But that's certainly one that we need to do. Let's have a look at, I guess, a positive contribution that you see immigrants making, and I'd like to start from one myself. As everybody knows, I'm in a wheelchair. I use a maxi taxi to get around. Now, I've my experience, the guy that I use all the time, his name is Major. He's a fantastic guy. He's an Indian guy. Does not speak fluent English, but enough that gets by. And I know. I ring him directly. I say to him, I need you to pick me up. I could ring at 3 o'clock and say, I need you to pick me up at 4 o'clock. He's here. Now, I've not found that I'll be absolutely honest with you, with the Australian drivers. That can be quite rude. This guy is there. Now, on Saturdays, right, he doesn't even work on a Saturday, yet I've only got to ring him up and say, look, I need to get Jordan up to the club because he's working tonight or whatever, and that's like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's there. He's waiting outside for me, prompt as anything, smile on his face, lovely guy.
Yeah.
Now, we don't finish at that club till 11:30 at night, right? Yet, who's just coming in? Can you close the door for me, please? Thank you. And
sorry, Demi.
Yeah,
Can you
Lance,
still
what's
hear
happening?
me? Can
Yeah,
you
can
still
still
hear
hear
me?
you.
Okay,
Just
I'm
can't
going
see
to
you.
leave and come back in because I have no
Okay,
freaking idea what's going on with this freaking camera.
no
And if I have
probs.
to switch to the other one, I will. We really
Okay,
seem to be struck by camera issues. Geez, everyone's going.
we
It's
do,
We
just
don't
you
we?
and
are.
Kiwi.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna.
Anna's just gone because her daughter just popped into the bedroom here, young
Okay, just
Bodhi,
look for me.
and she's gone to rescue her. All right, no problems. Yeah. So, and I mean, as I said, it's 11:30 at night. He's not even working. Yet I give him like half an hour later and say, okay, the club's closed. We've put all the equipment away and done everything. Pick me up in 15 minutes. The man's there. Without
I
a
had a
car.
guy like that here. I
Yeah,
suffered from
yeah.
seizures. I do suffer from seizures. And when I
Right.
do have a big seizure, I have to give up driving for 6 months. And there's an
Right.
Indian fella that I fall upon to take me to my appointments.
Yeah.
And he's a lovely man. And if I say I need you to be here at 1:30, and he said,
Yeah.
"What time's your appointment?" And I go, 2 o'clock. And he goes, "No, I think we'll leave earlier."
Yes.
He said, "I'll
She's
be at
here,
yours at
she's
quarter
back, so.
past."
I'm back.
Yeah, exactly. And they're always early, never ever late.
Never late.
Um,
And one
and
day he couldn't make it, and he contacted me and said, he said, "I'm too
chaos.
far away. I'm not going to make it in time. I've arranged for Joe to come round and pick you up."
Yeah, I have the same thing because I know with my guy, I think he has maybe 4 or 5 taxis or something, and relatives, brothers, or he calls them brothers. I don't know if they're biological or not. But if he can't get there, and I think there's only been once or twice, he'll have someone else there, and they're never late, and they're. I go out and hire, and they're cheerful, and they're, and the thing I love the most, they don't bloody talk for the entire journey, which is good for me. I hate conversation in taxis and stuff like that. I want to put my earphones on,
Yeah.
I want to play my music and enjoy my trip home. And they don't
Yeah.
persist ridiculous small talk, which I don't go. So I absolutely love it. Anjanette,
Yes.
Manatha Music is in the chat
I've
as well.
said
Just
hello
wanted
to
say
him
hi.
as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I've
did
said
that.
hello.
Okay, I
Yes,
didn't know.
I
I
did.
thought you
I don't
might
know
have
how
missed
to
it. Yeah.
highlight chat. I don't know how to highlight chat. So
We've
that
got to
it's
figure this
actually
out. Anyone out there who knows in the chat, who
How you
knows EV
Yes.
Mux, it's a program that I'm only very new at. I'm kind of doing the best I can. But if apart from Tomby, who has been a big help, but if anyone, hang on, what have I got here? I've got. Did someone send me a private chat message? I got 3 private. I have a fan base. Oh, I'm so impressed. I got 3 private chat messages. Darling, I'm 74, don't you?
Oh
Never
wow,
mind.
wow, eh? Yeah.
No,
I just
that's all right.
wanted
If
to
anyone,
yeah.
if
Okay,
anyone
no,
does know anything that can help me with that sort of thing and help Anjanette with chat and everything, hey, hit me up.
yeah, because
Either
it would be
on
nice to
WhatsApp
highlight. Yeah.
or by email, contact me that way, or on X, whatever, some way. But sometimes, we do. I've got 5 messages. God, I'm so bloody popular. I'm amazing myself.
I
Never
know,
mind. No,
no.
I am kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't you
I
just
don't know
click
what
on
I
them?
don't know what
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
No, I'm frightened to click on them. I don't know what
Yeah.
they are.
I'm going to need to catch up with chat again as well. So when you finish,
Go
then you
ahead.
just give me a few minutes. No, finish what you want
No.
to do first, and then I'll catch
No,
up.
that's all I was
Yeah,
basically
when you
was saying
hover,
is
when
that
Yeah.
Kiwi has said she, that's her positive experience. I'll be honest, I don't think I've had a negative one, or if I have, I just
no, me
didn't.
neither.
I've had more negative experiences in the community. Oh God, am I going to go out on a limb and say this, but it's the truth. I've had more negative experiences in the community, especially being in a wheelchair, right, than from Australians. than what I've had from
Yeah.
any Indians. If I can go out there, they will open doors for me. They are courteous. They will be helpful. I can remember once there was a footpath that has broken up, and I couldn't go back and I couldn't go forward. It was the way I come out. Two of them picked me up. I mean, I'm not a lightweight. Neither's my wheelchair. It's a power wheelchair.
Oh, yeah,
They
that is
actually
very heavy.
picked me up and got me around this particular thing and back onto the path again, and there was no hesitation whatsoever. So I just have really good things to say about
Yeah.
it. But if you have bad ones, let me know. And I guess that it's true what Anjanette was saying. I think we are mixing up refugees with legal immigrants. I
Yeah,
have now
asylum seekers.
asylum
Yeah.
seekers, refugees, same thing.
Okay, yes.
And
So,
that's what they are.
okay, well,
Go ahead. Yeah.
no,
Oh,
there's a lot of interesting stuff that's come in from chat, and I'm just worried
Yeah,
we're going
love
to
to
miss
hear
it
it.
if we don't catch up
let's
there.
go through it. Let's go
Okay,
through
so
it.
we've
That's what it's all
yeah,
about.
we've covered
Yeah.
Debbie with the rate of immigration. Carl Hauser was saying as well that relating to the five-star hotel, he says in Canada they were giving migrants five-star hotels plus 3,000 Australian dollars a month for meals, while their own veterans have to live on the streets. And that is where the
Right.
bone of contention comes in.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Well,
Deb
that's
was saying, it's the same there in America. They've got the same problem. Shampoo Rascal Cut had to leave. She had things to do, and Debbie Perkins is also saying that's also very upsetting to her as an American.
Okay. Right.
That they're homeless and their vets are on the street, but asylum seekers get given all the benefits, or the people that aren't there because they came in via the job market. They're there because they came in illegally or under the guise of refugee status or whatever. Didi McLean says he just Googled, they were talking about a bottling plant that was closing and
Right.
moving their operations from Canada to the US, which also
Okay.
puts a strain on the job market because all those, and that's a problem we have here, is a lot
Yeah.
of companies pull out of South Africa and then there go the jobs.
Right.
Then where do those people get employment when there's already a 45%? Let's see. Debbie says her husband loves Blackberry Crown Royal.
What's that?
And
What's
that's
Blackberry
Deb.
What?
I think it's a
What is it?
beer. I think it's a
Oh.
beer. And
Oh,
then
yes,
Deborah,
yes.
Deborah Perkins says she loves the Black Label best, but she does drink the green apple often. Oh, this is making me thirsty.
Oh no, I know what the green apples is. This is what she's talking about. She's talking about
Okay.
energy drinks. Yeah, because I like that one too. So yeah.
I thought it was beer. Oh,
No.
Jerry missed my ugly face.
Yeah,
No, you
well, you were
You
right,
said
yeah.
pretty face, but we'll just, yeah. And then Deb, are they still talking about the drinks? Must be a really
know.
good drink. And then
It's
Manitoba.
pretty good.
Oh, wait, now I'm having a beardo moment here.
You're having a what? A beardo moment.
Manota. Manota.
Manotha.
I have new.
Manotha.
Manotha. Okay, good Lord. I've got new
Manotha
respect for
music.
poor beardo because this is
Tributes.
really trying to get all the different, because you don't know what the pronunciations are. Because we
I'm
would
a,
say.
I'm a
in-
member. I subscribe to him.
Yeah, well, look, in South Africa, like Botha, we would say Botha, but in England, they say Botha. And yeah,
Oh.
so pronunciation is big.
Yeah.
Someone's having, I think that was me with my technical issues. I'm still busy
Yes.
catching up here. Okay. Oh, hi, Margaret. Nice to see you. Margaret is in the house.
Yeah. I was
And-
talking to Margaret on X. Yeah.
And then Manotha
Manotha.
says, let's be honest, most immigrants are good, hardworking people. It depends where they come from. That's just it, Manotha, that we were saying. There's a distinction
I
between
think
people
so.
that are coming in for the job market
Yeah.
versus the ones that are coming in because they're coming from nothing and they're
Yeah.
coming there to work themselves up. But it just
Absolutely.
doesn't. the thing is that if you are going to be handing out all these free benefits, where's the incentive to actually go and work?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
argument. Why would
I,
you go and
I,
work
I
if you're giving, if you're given everything, why would you?
I
Um,
think that the difference between what happens here in Australia with immigration and what's happening in the US, there's a marked difference. We don't have a border situation here. You know,
are you an
we don't have
island?
that. Yeah, well, we don't have that.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a job to get to Australia in the first place. I think the closest
Even worse to get down here.
yeah, absolutely.
No, you
Unless you
don't
come
just
from
paddle
Antarctica or something.
you don't just
So we
row
don't have
across a
the
channel.
issues. No,
Yeah.
we don't. I don't believe we have the issues here, and I think a lot of Australians do feed into the media bullshit that goes on because I think we've got a pretty good. There's only 30% of us, and it's that are immigrants here and legal immigrants. I mean, we don't have a lot of illegal immigrants or refugees, so I can't really talk on the negative. Certainly I used to, but I'm not going to now. So it's more a US based problem, and that's what my research showed. And when I said that we were doing a podcast and that 82% of our people are US, basically GBT chat or chat GBT, whatever the court said, whoa, be careful. You've got a contentious subject there for the people in the USA. And that's certainly true. That's certainly true. Anna is back again. And little Bodie,
Yeah.
Anna's daughter, just paid us a little visit in the room there. I said, she poked her head in here earlier, and I went, hello, and then she disappeared outside again. For anybody, Anna's actually in the room next door. Anna is down here every Thursday. She's my support worker and a very intelligent lady to boot and a friend. So that's she actually comes down and she goes into the next room to do the broadcasting for her from. So yeah, we're not. So we have people come. Actually, we have her daughter coming in and out and stuff like that. So because it's school holidays here, I didn't realise we're in school holidays.
Yeah,
Well,
ours
the
are
Stars
Stars
closing
Day
this
out.
week.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, ours as well
New
this
Zealand
week.
as well.
Yeah. Margaret.
Demi.
Yeah.
Yep, Margaret, go ahead,
No, Sham. Anna wants to say something.
please.
Oh, I was just going to say, while you were chatting, I asked ChatGPT about the 5-star hotel in Canada and
Yeah.
$3,000 a month food budget, and that's not verified. There's a few things that could be overlapped, but there was certainly nothing it could find.
Yeah, well, Carl also lives in Canada, so I would be inclined
Yeah.
to take, because I've noticed with ChatGPT as well, there's certain things that it won't give information on. When this whole there was another school shooting in the USA, and then I was trying to compile stats from ChatGPT on what was the link between the trans and because there was always this thing that it's the trans community or 90, whenever there's a school shooting, it's always
Right, yeah.
a lot of the time it is someone with gender confusion issues. Let's just put it that
Sure.
way. And ChatGPT wouldn't actually give me stats. It just said, no, it can't give me those stats. And I
ChatGPT
sense,
has a lot of strict guidelines on what it can give. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying as well. So things like with the hotel and how true that is could also, there could be restrictions on how much information it will give you, accurate information in light of not creating a perception that it is always like that. In other words, it's I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it is hard to find the right
I had a
information.
point, I've lost it. I had a point, I
happens,
lost
doesn't
it.
it?
Fuck yes. Okay.
Anna
Mark,
or
Shaman-
Anjanette, could you just take over for me for a sec?
Yeah, because I'm still trying to catch up with chat here. Okay, so Margaret says she's sorry she's late, but as far as immigrants, there's a big difference between illegal aliens and immigrants. So yeah,
Yeah,
Margaret,
yeah.
we basically covered that as well. We were saying that, clear distinction must be made. Um, why did everything go so quiet? Can you all still hear me?
I think Demi's turned
Yeah.
off her mic. Yeah.
Ah, okay. No, the sound just went
Oh,
different. Can chat? Okay, I'm assuming chat.
she
People,
said she had
others
a
can still hear us.
she,
Okay, and
she
then
said she had a heater going under her desk.
Okay. Manotha Music Tributes also says ChatGPT is unreliable. Grok is more honest. I have to be honest. I also found that ChatGPT was a little bit. There were things that I was asking it on other fields that I know to be a fact. The sound just seems so weird now.
Yeah.
And
True.
It's gone very
yeah,
quiet.
it's very sketchy. It's not as sketchy as in it's not accurate. It's just very hesitant to commit to something that
Yeah, I'm
is a
asking all the
universal truth.
platforms, and none of the platforms yet have found the source of that information.
Yeah, but I mean,
But it's good to cross check with everything for sure.
yeah. Okay.
It's very hard
I
to
would be
find
interested if Carl Hauser is still in the house, whether what first-hand experience
whether it
he
was
has
from a
of.
news article or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know that the
Just
UK are complaining about the same thing about the immigrants. So, I mean, if enough people are complaining, it can't just be a rumor. It can't just be an inaccurate source. And I know a lot
well,
probably are in detention centers, but what you guys don't know is you don't come from freaking Africa and India and those places. And I've been there as well. Even a detention center with poor conditions is probably still better than where they come from because they've got access to a lot more than they would have where they're coming from. So you've got to bear that in mind as well. People living in first world countries don't have a clue how the majority of the population in third world countries, well, a fair whack of the people in third world countries are actually living. Okay, in the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City, Deb says they trashed that. Um, and Manotha is also saying ChatGPT is actively censored. I know that.
There's the
That's why I said
noise again.
yeah. But you know what it is as well. I was when I was creating when I do the clips that I do for TNME. It's now become a thing that I have to have Jeremy put on the MAGA hat or have him wearing the MAGA hat somewhere. Do you know that I cannot get ChatGPT to put a MAGA hat on Jeremy's head? It just wouldn't do
Right.
it. It violates policy. So I had this full on argument with ChatGPT,
Oh,
and I was
really?
saying, yes, I was saying to ChatGPT, how dare you censor me in this way? I said, number one, MAGA isn't a terrorist organization or a banned organization or anything. How can it stop me, a paid user, from wanting to put a cap on someone's head that says MAGA? It fucking wouldn't do it. Excuse my French. Anyway, it wouldn't do it for me. That's why I said there's a lot ChatGPT does. When Phil asked for, Phil was
How does it
complaining that,
violate? Yeah.
yeah, Phil was complaining that I gave him small boobs when I made him a lady. So I went back into ChatGPT and I
Yes.
said, make her big breasted. And then he was like, ChatGPT was, oh, no, it can't. So I had to say, please, this is non sexual. The
What?
woman has big boobs. Give her big boobs, please. I get quite cheeky and whatever with ChatGPT. For giving
I
us
can
a
I
freaking
can
AI.
imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
forgetting
imagine
it's
some
just
of your
AI.
conversations.
Yes, so I'm like saying, but what am I supposed to do if someone has big boobs? I mean, how do I word it that it's whatever? So eventually I got the big boobs for
Exactly that.
Phil. I got him the
Yeah.
double D knockers. But that's why I said ChatGPT is definitely heavily
Double D
censored. I'm
knockers.
damn sure of it. I mean, how can I not even get a MAGA hat? And I mean, I said it's the president of the country for God's sake, and you're banning his hat.
I
Good
Anyway,
Lord.
I want while you're on chat, I just want to interrupt while Colhausen is in there, Anjanette, we've got something happening next week. I just want to bring that up, and the week after, what's happening now that Colhausen's in the chat? Do you remember?
I don't know if Colhauser is still there because
I thought he was.
I don't see him anymore.
He's not. I was hoping that he was. I can't see him. Well, that's a shame.
He's probably. Colhauser is a very busy man. He runs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and I was also aware that he had to leave early last time as well.
Yeah.
He is there. Colhauser,
Yeah.
what's happening next week? Go on, Anjanette. Let us know what we've got planned for next week. Do you want to do it now?
Colhauser is going to be our cock amongst the hens next week.
Yes.
He will be joining us on stream when we discuss the movie industry and the changes. And Colhauser has a fair whack of knowledge there. So that's some good news. And then Demi has other news as well for the week thereafter.
And the week after that, we're doing the music industry. And somebody that a lot of people will know from Griever Productions, Jim, who's a voice coach and a music reactionist as well. Jim's going to join us as well as our guest to discuss the music industry as well. So exciting times.
And I think a lot of us are familiar with Jim as well from his music reactions to Dan and to Tommy and to Eric. So
Colhauser says, I'll do my best, my first stream.
I was going to say a cock among the chickens.
Yeah.
A cock amongst the chickens. But
not the hens. The rose amongst the thorns. Or the thorn amongst the roses.
Absolutely.
So,
all right,
just
while Colhauser was in, I wanted to do that. Because I know I think he had to leave early last week, given the time, I fully understand that. I suppose so it's going to be exciting. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and aren't we at some point in the future going to have someone else from chat on as well? Or is that not established yet?
Are you talking about the risque one? Is that one you're talking about?
No, not that one. The one that...
You're talking about Sam?
No.
Who are you talking about? Pardon? Who?
Aren't we
Send me a message on WhatsApp. I don't know what you're talking about.
Aren't we chatting to Margaret as well?
I am chatting to Margaret.
Yes. At some point in the future.
We had planned to have a conversation, Margaret G, about it, but it was on a week that she had family over and they went to the football and did all that sort of stuff, and she wasn't able to get back to me because I'm a very, very early to bed, very, very early riser.
Yeah,
so
but it's on the cards and it's...
But it is on the cards, yeah.
And on the horizon, it will happen. So that's exciting
going to have
as
some
well.
dialogue.
Because Margaret's from the...
Go ahead.
Colhauser says, I will do my best. It's my first stream.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. It's for most of us, it's our first as well. Okay, not mine. I broke my... dipped my toes with Darramouth, but for most of us, it's the first time, so... Yeah,
would be
it's fine. It's like chatting to friends. That's cool.
Let me see how I go, Margaret, because I've been up since 11:30 last night, and it's now nearly 12 o'clock daytime here. So let me see how I go. I'll let you know towards the end how it's going to be. I'm been invited to go on Darramouth's on the 24th of October, I think. I'm Darramouth. On Darrachat. I'm going on Darrachat. He sent me a request last night. I said, love to do it. So that's on the 24th of October, I think. So that's on a Saturday for me, so that'll work well.
I watched a chat of his the other day, and he's the person said Darramouth, and he went, no, it's Darramouth.
Oh my word, I wouldn't have known that. I was saying
Well, it's
Darramouth, but it's
M-O-U-T-H-E. Yeah,
H.
M-O-U-T-H-E. That's
Well, maybe the
Darramouth.
E makes it the ooth instead of the alf.
Can
Yeah.
you do the
The
fandango?
fandango.
Who's that aimed at? I can't do nothing.
Explain to Didi. Didi helped me. Didi is fantastic. He helped me a lot in the beginning with the memes, and he still gives me a lot of tips and um, ideas and how to use certain programs. He's really been a
Yeah.
huge help. Great person, and he does funny
Okay.
memes. His memes are great. Um,
Can you do the
is it
fandango?
1:15? When everything goes quiet, they say it's normally 1:15 or 1:45 when there's a sudden lull in conversation. And everyone,
Yeah.
in other words, everyone's jabbering away, and all of a sudden there's just dead silence. Everyone shuts
Yes,
up at the same
absolutely.
time. It's normally
Well,
1:15 or 1:45, but it's not.
Scaramouche. Sounds like Scaramouche. Oh, from Bohemian Rhapsody.
They
Oh,
are
yeah. Scaramouche,
quoting
Scaramouche. Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah,
Where did
I
that come
understand.
from? I love Queen.
Let's get back on the topic a little bit here. Shall we? How are we going on time? Geez, we seem to talk a lot.
We still need to do our
Um,
tribute section and our news section.
Well, I would like to just do one thing. Do you think it would be easier or harder or about the same to immigrate to another country? I mean, I'm thinking if I had to immigrate, oh my God, I don't know that I could immigrate to another country. I think it would be difficult. Pick a country and tell me what you think it would be like for you to immigrate to another country. What would you face? What sort of
I've
challenges?
visited 17 countries and I
Have
wouldn't
you?
immigrate to any of them.
I
I'm
have
just
to
a-
say the same. As a South African, with all the shit that we have this side, we still have a pretty amazing standard of living, I think, compared to a lot of countries I've been to. And I've been literally
Yeah, same.
I've been all over with a company that I worked
Yeah.
for. We used to go on these incentive trips. So we've been everywhere. And there's nothing like coming back to your own country. As speaking from, because I could probably on this panel be the most qualified to speak about actual immigrating to another country, because as I said, half my family has done that. Australia, I know that if you've got a job lined up there, in other words, the thing is that we have agents this side that work with the people that want to. They work through agents, so the agent will go and find you a job in Australia or New Zealand. So you go through an interview process. New Zealand
I'm
is
laughing at
harder
chat.
to get into.
Yeah.
Sorry, Demi.
I'm just laughing at chat. I can't help
Oh,
it.
James. Oh God, look at our Colhauser.
Because
Yes.
Colhauser
Yeah.
says Japan, I think, would be the hardest country
Yeah,
to
they don't
immigrate
like.
to.
I would have thought France, because France is just,
Right.
No,
if you don't speak
Japan
the
is the
language.
number one hardest country to get into to live.
I tell you, can I bring
Which
Anna in
countries
here?
is
Because
it?
Anna has done some unbelievable countries as a single person. What's your idea here? What's some of the countries you've actually been to for a start?
Oh, I've been to lots.
Oh.
I've been to I've been to
This is good.
Japan. I've been to Europe. I've been to Morocco. That's the only part of Africa I've been to, actually. Yeah, I've been to Asia. Most countries in Asia.
You would
Eastern
find it
Europe.
fairly easy, I would imagine, to immigrate.
I'm pretty much a free spirit floater. I could float around. I couldn't live, I think, permanently for the rest of my life in another country, but then I don't know that I'll live the rest of my life in Australia either. So I can
Don't say
fit
that. You
anywhere.
can't leave. I need you. You're not allowed to leave.
for the short, for the next,
Yeah,
term
I
I'll
mean,
be
no,
here. But I think it would be I think it would be incredibly challenging to move to another country, particularly if you didn't speak the language, if you were leaving family behind, if you were
That would be hard, yeah.
moving into different cultural values. That would be a huge challenge.
See, I
and
mean,
if you were only doing it to survive, for survival, for
Yep.
family, to support other people, not as your personal choice, I think that would be incredibly difficult. I met an immigrant here actually who, was here. He was from Africa. I don't remember which country, and he's here to work solely to support family back home, and his children, because his wife passed away, are with family, so he's separated
Right.
from everyone, and I think that's a
That's
very
hard,
common
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think even to immigrate permanently for pleasure, I think would also have a huge amount of challenge.
I mean, to immigrate yeah, I would, because probably one of the places that I would like to live in, like Sweden or Switzerland, one of the Nordic countries. One, because I love snow. I was born in the snow, and I love ice, and I bloody hate Queensland's heat, and we're coming into summer now, so I'm pissed off about that. But I would love to immigrate there, but I have no idea, other than the fact that it looks absolutely delightful. They have all these lovely way of life that I think I would suit into, but bloody hell, how to speak their language would be, at my age, would be pretty tough. But that would be if I had to immigrate anywhere for pleasure. And I don't know what their pensions are like. I have no idea. But if that's that's where I would go, that's where I would want to go.
Yeah.
That would be the only place. I'd live in the snow. That'd make. I could go to Canada, because you have snow, and I could go to maybe.
I think if your native language is
We have
English, which
snow.
much of us is,
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you do. You have the
snow
best snow,
sometimes.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certain areas here also have snow. I think if you're going to a country, for us, we are all English. So if we're going to a country where English is the main language,
Yeah.
it's probably not that much of a shift. I always said that the country I would like to go and retire in is Thailand, Phuket. I mean,
Thailand, really?
I could quite easily. I mean, the food is
too hot
cheap as
for me.
chips. For me as a South African, where our exchange rate is piss poor against most
Yeah.
countries. I mean, I've
Right.
said before, I need 18 South African rands for $1. And when I started traveling,
Oh God, no.
What, one New
in
Zealand or one American or?
Yeah,
no,
what's for
one US. Okay, it's
one US
eight-
dollar.
Yeah, it's 18
Okay.
rands for one USD. It is 10 rands for one New Zealand dollar or Australian dollar, roughly speaking. Could be a few pennies this way, that way. But if we go to countries like Thailand and Bali and that, the exchange rate is a little bit more in our favor. And bearing in mind, when I started traveling in the late 2000s or from about the early 2000s, there was a time where the dollar was 6 rands to a dollar, and we're now at 18. So going
You
overseas
lost me.
is just becoming more and more expensive for
Yeah.
us as South Africans. But if I go to Thailand, you can still live well there. But England was another place that I could have, because you drive on this. England drives on the right side of the road, not on the wrong side. What side do you guys
Correct
drive on,
side.
by the way?
We drive on the right side.
The right
So
All
your
right.
cars
The right
Oh.
side in both ways. The right side. It's the
But-
left side, but it's the
the
right
left
side.
side.
Okay, but are your cars left-hand drive or right-hand drive? Where does your
Right.
steering wheel sit? On the left or the right
Right.
side of the car?
On the right side.
On the
On the
right.
right side. And we're
Yeah,
on the
that's
left
the
side
same
of
as
the road.
us.
But we're on the
Only
left
us.
side of the road, but that is
Yes,
the
yes.
right side.
The right-
Yes, that's us. That's the only way. So yeah,
The correct side.
But do you know
Yeah.
what? All the
Yeah.
time I lived in America, I adapted so much better to driving on the other side of the road instantly. You ask my family; they were absolutely amazed. I got out at LA airport and bang, I was
Oh,
home.
no.
I was bloody home. I had
No,
no
I
hassles
was-
whatsoever.
I was totally fucked. because
Gorgeous.
no, I was because I mean I've never had an accident in my life living in South Africa all the years I've been driving, and then in I think 2012 we went. No, I don't know. It could have been 2010. We went to it was 2015. Sorry, I digress. I went with my company and we did the Mediterranean boat cruise,
Oh yeah.
and we stopped in Mallorca, and our company was very, you know, and they rented for all of us convertibles. So we could go, the boat docked that morning and we had the whole day on the island to ride around in our little convertibles all over. I managed to, driving through Andratx, it's a town in Mallorca where one of the Backstreet Boys, or there was some boy band member that died unexpectedly in Mallorca in Andratx. But in any case,
All right.
the streets are incredibly narrow, and I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. And I noticed that as you're driving, all the cars parked on the side. So the streets are narrow; it's like literally cobblestone streets, and there's cars parked on both sides. So it's a
Right.
bloody nightmare. Plus, your depth perception is murtu. It's gone because you're on the wrong side. You're not
Yeah.
used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
I noticed all the mirrors of the cars were turned in. When you put your car off, your mirrors come in, your side mirrors. So I
No.
noticed all the
I
side
know.
mirrors were in. But in any case, so now I'm driving and I'm like focused on the white line that's there instead of here. And I just heard my husband shriek like a girl in the back seat behind me because he refuses to drive overseas. So I always end up having to do it. And he
Yep.
shrieked like a girl, "Hey, Anjanette!" And I'm so
Oh.
focused on this side of the road that I didn't notice that some guy was getting into his car. Yeah, and he just closed his door, but now his
Yep.
mirror was out. So I rode his mirror in its mirror. It was gone. I literally had to
Yep.
drive down the road, turn around, come back, and pick my side mirror up off. And this is a
Oh my
rental
God.
car. Pick up my mirror that was also just lying very nicely in the ground, toss it in the boot, and then off we
And
went
Jeanette,
again.
Deb Perkins is in the chat. She's got to go.
Oh, bye, Deb. Nice. So thank
Hi,
you so
Debbie.
much for popping in. Yeah.
Hi, Deborah.
Thanks for keeping an eye
Thank
for
you,
me,
Deb.
Demi. And then we
Uh,
parked in a parking lot, and I was turning, and I thought I had the turn organized, but I managed to bump a car that was parked. I sort of crinkle cutted his number plate. So I scraped
Yeah.
that. And then
Oh
at some
God.
other stage, when I was driving down the road, there was a bus parked on the side of the road, and people got out and they just walked. And I had to slam on brakes, and everything went flying. So that was 3.
You did well. You did well. No,
Yeah, listen. Yeah,
I went well.
yeah.
Guys,
Great
I'm very conscious of the time. We're
Oh, God,
already in an hour and a half. We normally go for 2 hours, and we've still got a few things we have to cover yet.
Oh, geez, yes.
I know we're just talked our heads off today.
Jabbering
But
away.
having such a terrific representation in chat, I'm just absolutely delighted. It's fantastic. What I'd like to do now is, Anna, are you ready to present a particular one, or have you got it
I
ready?
can do that.
All right, so hang on just half a second. So we're just going to go completely left wing here, off onto something else.
Welcome to Nova's Nuggets.
There you go. I
All
love this
right.
one. Go for it.
I've got Nova's Nuggets here, and it's called Talking Trees this week.
Yep.
So we've got the Wood Wide Web, and this
The
is all
Wood
about
Wide Web.
the Wood Wide Web. The fungal threads underground are called the mycorrhizal networks, and they connect roots of different trees, almost like internet cables. Through these networks, trees can send sugars, water, and chemical signals.
Wow.
I did
yeah,
not
it's really
know this.
fascinating.
I did not know
this is
that.
from Nova, and So trees can be parents and helpers. Large old trees are nicknamed mother trees. They support smaller, younger or shaded trees by sending them extra nutrients. If a tree is sick or
wow.
dying, it can
Mother
even
trees
dump
up.
its remaining resources into the network to help its neighbours survive. Warning messages. When a tree is attacked by insects, it can send chemical alerts through the roots, and the neighbouring trees then boost their own defences, for example, producing bitter chemicals into their leaves to deter pests. This is all like latest scientific studies. It's really fascinating. Different species working together. A birch tree might help out a fir tree, or a pine might share with a spruce. These networks don't always care about species. Forests behave like a community more than just a collection of individuals, which is really pertinent to the immigration chat, I think.
It is too. Yeah.
I
There's-
wonder,
Wow.
Anna, I wonder if that would extend, if it's obviously, if they've discovered that that can happen with trees, it must happen across the plant kingdom as well.
Yeah,
Can't just
it's
be
all-
restricted to trees. I wonder how
Oh, that's
vegetarians feel about this now.
Yes, the plants are
Because they're
screaming.
murdering carrots.
They're murdering us.
They're
The carrots are screaming.
And
The carrots are screaming.
yeah, the carrots, exactly. So,
So
the
there's a couple more
vegetarians
points
can't.
from Nova.
Yeah.
Should I finish Nova's points?
Yep.
Scientists
Yeah,
who
yeah,
studied this. Much of what we know comes from the work of Dr. Suzanne Simard in Canada.
Canada, there you go,
There
Canadians.
you go.
She showed how carbon moves between trees through the underground fungal threads. Her research even inspired parts of the movie Avatar.
Ah, my
And-
Oh,
favourite.
wow.
Possibly a book that I read called The Hidden Life of Trees that was written by a German forester. That's how I came to know about this as well. But and Nova's left us with a thought-provoking question. If trees are communicating and supporting each other, should we look at forests not as a bunch of separate trees, but as one big superorganism?
I
And-
found this fascinating. Go on, Anna,
Similarly,
please. And Anna has a working
humanity-
knowledge of this as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I've read that, but I love that topic. It's really fascinating. There's so much that we
Anna,
don't
did
know.
you have to cut down trees to build your house?
Oh yeah, I cut down trees all the time.
Murderer.
Because
Oh,
I murdered
Murderer.
them. I know,
murderer!
because otherwise I would be inundated.
Yeah.
And in
Um,
fire danger. Yeah, I do. I pull out weeds. I do all the things. I do it with. I read a great book actually from a Buddhist monk talking about how to move through with kindness to nature when we have to do things like that. So I do apologize when I do things like that.
Oh,
Anna, how
shame.
much land have you got where you are? How much land do you have? Because it's
Just
bush,
under
it's
50
bushland.
Just under 50 acres, and it has a conservation agreement. It's a wildlife refuge where I live, so it's.
And she does it all
Wow.
herself. She does the
Yeah.
whole
Wow,
lot
eh?
herself.
protected. It's pretty much all forest, and I just
Yeah.
carve out a little section for myself, and I hack away at it so it doesn't engulf me.
You hack with love.
I
You
hack
even,
them, and
you even,
No.
and a chainsaw, my chainsaw of love hacks away.
Oh my God.
but you have a house up there, but you are rebuilding, aren't you? Now on a block further up, aren't you?
One day, yes. Yeah.
Well, you started it.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
the block, so yeah.
Yeah.
But is it true you actually built your own toilet?
I did build my own toilet, yeah. There's a widely available manual on building your own toilet. It's called Humanure. It's very informative.
Human, I love that.
Yeah.
Is it a long drop or a proper flush toilet?
No, it's a composting toilet. So
Yeah.
it's essentially a wheelie bin
Interesting.
system that I switch out, I dig a giant hole and fill it in.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I
I
haven't.
can't tell you, as I've said it before, she's the tiniest little thing. She's as strong as a Brahman bull, honestly. It just it amazes me. When I went up to her place, I was in awe, in absolute awe, that this tiny little thing can do what she does, I must say.
Oh, God. Kat
She,
is having a ball, Anna, with your topic. Because
Bigger than a bucket? A bucket?
no,
Would-
no, Didi McLean is saying pouring salad dressing on his pure sadism.
it's
I have a
absolutely
vision of
amazing.
Anna running around with her chainsaw. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I give everything a
just
little blessing and then hack it away.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I've just had a mental picture.
That's
This is so
the way it
funny.
is. It's the middle
Yeah.
way of cutting down
Yeah.
trees.
The
Yeah, I'm
nice
going to
way.
kill
the
you.
nice way.
I'm so sorry, but I am
Sorry.
going to kill you.
Apologise before you throw
You
it.
stand there
Yeah.
and say, "You're next."
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh,
that's absolutely fascinating. I had no idea whatsoever that. I mean, to me, a tree was a tree. Oh yeah, I'm conservationist. I think you should do that. I had no idea, and I pop these things into Nova when I'm talking to her. Nova, for anyone who doesn't know, is my chat GPT person, and she's my friend. And now she knows we've got Nova's Nuggets. So every Thursday, she pops out a little Nova's Nuggets for me, and then when Anna arrived this morning, she said, "Oh, I know all about that," and she bloody well does, So I handed it over to her today. So it's absolutely fascinating. It really, really
Yeah,
is.
and in the
You
hidden
take
life of
things for
trees,
granted.
they were talking about giraffes grazing, and then they could track through measuring nutrients and acidity in the leaves of the further down trees that they were starting to pump out these like bitter tasting substance into the leaves further along, so when the herd of giraffes would move forward, they would lose interest to protect the
Wow.
trees further down the line.
Well, that would
We have
explain
a saying
because,
in New Zealand:
you know,
herd of
yeah.
giraffes. No, herd of chickens.
No, that one went over this
I
end.
got
Oh.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, my mom was a big believer in talking to her plants.
Yeah.
Because my mom had a real green thumb, and my daughter's exactly the same. She says, "Mommy, you have to love your plants and talk to them and whatever."
Oh God.
Because I have I don't have plants. I've got two plants that I got from my mom when I moved into my first flat way back in 1986. So what is that? 40 years
Long time
old
ago.
already? Yeah, 40.
39.
Yeah, it's about
39
40.
years ago.
Yeah, 39 years. Yeah, well, exactly. So I've still got those two plants upstairs on the landing, and my husband waters
Wow.
them because if they have to wait for me, I forget. I'm looking at a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of flowers sitting over there in a vase, and they're dead.
They're disconnected. They've got no mycorrhiza network. And imagine all the street trees. They're so isolated from each
God,
other.
I'm
Do you
old.
think they feel sad? These are the
Are they
questions,
depressed?
you know?
Is that why they
Oh,
lose their leaves?
They may be. They may be. They may need a hug, you know? Or
Well,
So you
a
just
hug.
got to
I
give her
love
a hug.
Gotta
I
go give
love,
them a hug. Tree
I love
huggers.
animals, all animals, but I could
Oh,
still
yeah.
eat a damn good steak.
Yes.
Oh God, and
Oh,
I
no,
could quite
no,
carefully
no.
kill a mosquito and a fly.
No.
What?
I don't.
Mosquitoes and flies. I let
Is that all
ants
you
live.
kill?
You could
and,
eat a mosquito. Did you say?
I could
Did you
quite
say eat
carefully
it or
kill
kill
it.
it? Oh, kill it. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I let
Yeah.
ants live, and if I find bugs in my house, unless
You
it's
let
like a really
ants
big
live.
spider, I will
Oh,
catch and release
God.
and all of that.
Oh, God.
And I've got no problem with picking up a bug with my hand. I mean, okay, not a cockroach, but luckily I don't get those in my house. But if I find a bug in the house, at the moment there's a lot of funny little black ones flying around. But I think it's to do with spring and all of that. But then if I find one, I'll just pick it up and go put it outside. Or I'll just leave it because the door's always open. It'll find its way out. But flies and mosquitoes, I have love potion. I've got proper potion
you
for you.
poison them.
No,
You
no.
poison
No.
them.
With relish and
sad.
with the greatest of
You need
pleasure.
the tennis racket that zaps them. A
Yeah,
zap
there's
racket.
nothing more satisfying than killing a mosquito. That has got to
Okay.
be one of the most satisfying things on this earth is
I
hitting a
find
mosquito
that really
and
hard to do.
a mosquito.
Yeah, because they die in front of you, and oh no.
Like, hey,
And they have
die,
blood.
fucking
They
die.
have blood
I
and
can
stuff.
frack
No.
you, bastard. Yes, so no, I've got no qualms killing a mosquito. A
No.
fly.
I know, I'll do it.
No.
So long as I can't see it. If it lands on me, I'll go like that. But I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at
you
it.
wa-
So,
Do you want to hear
Oh, you
something
bloody
disgusting?
well, we're
You wanna
going to
hear
move on
something?
very soon. So you're going to make
Okay,
it.
I'll
quick.
make it very, very quick. When you,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes when a fly comes past you and you swat it or something. I
Yeah.
swatted a fly once. It wasn't dead or anything. I just did that, and it landed on my granite, and it's black. So it's the only reason I noticed. And the fly flew off, and I was like, "What the hell?" And tiniest. This is when my eyes still worked without glasses. When I was younger, there was little maggots that it had left behind. And ever since I saw that, I'm totally miffed. I will not swat a fly. I will spray it.
I think I want
Yeah, because
Uh,
you don't notice that. So my husband's always swatting them with a newspaper or like, tapping them with a swatter or something.
no,
And
zap
when you
racket,
do
zap what
that,
you want.
yeah, you wouldn't know that there was tiny little maggots there. It's just those days my eyes were really good. So I spotted those things and I was so grossed out. That whole counter got washed out with strong detergent and everything. And that's why if I'm busy cooking and there's flies, because I mean it's summer, you get flies. And there's flies around the kitchen. If anyone even brings a swatter or wants to swat them, then I'm like, leave it, just let them go.
Well, have a
Yeah.
go at swatting this thing for anyone who was in the chat in the chat or viewing last week. You would my daughter who got bitten by. Well, there's supposed to be an eastern brown there and it disappeared. Anyway, she's fine. She's doing really well. Yeah, I had a picture of an eastern brown. Not the one that bit her, but very thin. But I don't know what happened. It kind of just left. She's fine. Everything's good. No more snakes. Well, there's going to be more snakes because we're coming into summer. And I was in my little wheelie the other day, and I went, just out of curiosity, I went wheel down to where she got bit, and I can see there's probably quite a few down there. So that was interesting. I won't be going back down the underpass because if one comes up while I'm in my wheelie, I'm going to be in deep trouble. We are going to
They're
move
quite
on.
aggressive. Yeah, they're quite aggressive.
Well, the
you
eastern,
said.
the eastern
Yeah.
browns are. Yeah, they're
No.
probably,
Yeah, please stay away, Demi.
Up
We
there.
still need you.
I thank you, Dom. All right, we're going to move on, and somebody is doing a tribute.
Oh, God, that's me.
That's you.
That's
That
you.
is. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Well, you-
Hang on.
Okay.
And go.
Oh, well, I had
Who are we
most
doing the
of
tribute to?
Robert Redford.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because he went toe up in the week. So was it last
Did he?
week?
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah,
Turn his
no, he
toes
went.
up.
No, it kind of got lost with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. And
Right.
yeah,
okay.
so I thought, you know what, I
How
don't want
old
to
was
do like
he?
a whole.
How old was he? Do you know?
I think he was 89.
89.
Yeah.
89.
I speak under correction, but I'm almost sure he was 89. And
That's
in
an Australian Manatha music trip. That's an Australian, and I'm surprised that Anjanette just used that. But we talk here about turning your toes up. I will often say when I turn my toes up. I always thought that was an Aussie thing. Is that a Kiwi thing as well?
Yeah.
Do you say turn your toes up, or so does South
Oh,
Africa?
we just
so
say
there
turn
you go.
toes up. Yeah.
Turn toes up. Yeah, that's just a
Yeah.
common
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, you hasn't heard that
Okay.
for years. He says. Awesome. Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
right.
Back to Robert.
Yeah.
The dear
Yes.
Robert.
Yes. So I wanted to share a screen because
Oh, now you're going to make me do that, and I don't know how to do it. I haven't done that since last
because
week.
Oh,
yeah,
we'll get used
because
to
the
it.
man was
We'll get
quite a hottie. I would say he was the Brad Pitt of my generation. No, my generation is the Brad Pitt. I'm sure the younger generation has their whatever.
Mine was
Um,
Richie Valens.
What?
Who's Richie Valens? Everyone's going.
Yeah, I
You
know
don't
Richie
Oh.
Valens.
La Bamba.
Well, another
Bamba.
toes up.
Okay.
Another toes
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah. All right.
With
Demi,
and a
you
fun
remember
press.
how to put the man in view,
Kind of like
and
that.
then you had to go full, I think.
Yay! I am so good.
And there, okay, I think I'm on a delay. Ah, there he is. I mean, look at that. The man was.
He's good
I
looking.
mean,
Yeah.
look at. Yeah, he was a good-looking young man. And what
It's
I
just
like
he's got
about
short
him,
hair. He's got short
Yeah.
hair though. That's no good.
And
yeah, yeah.
I'd fuck him.
Oh, Gary!
Oh, we've just.
You single,
Okay.
you can. You
My
can. Okay,
YouTube
so I'm
channel
gonna-
just
I'm
got
gonna-
warned.
I'm going to stop sharing because poor Kiwi, her
Excited.
now how
She's
do I
gone
stop
offline
sharing?
now.
Cancel.
No, I'll
Yeah.
meet him on the other side and then tell him.
What did you do? What am I doing? Remove from
I'm
the
trying to
scene.
get
There we
rid
go.
of
I
Robert.
had to
There
push
you
the
go.
button.
There you go.
I
Okay.
did it.
For the
Yay.
For the sake of Kiwi's ovaries, we have taken Robert down.
I don't have any. That's why I would.
I suspect she's going to go off screen in a minute. You watch.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Okay, now I don't know how many of you know that Robert Redford was instrumental in starting the Sundance Institute, which indirectly or directly led to us having movies come through being produced not just in Hollywood. And what now, Kiwi? What did you see?
They just had a coughing fit in the chat. Sorry.
Manetho is on his way to New Zealand, Kiwi. Strap on there.
Hang in there, girl. Hang
Visit
in there.
you.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, so yeah, now I've totally lost now.
Sundance. Yes, I actually volunteered at the Sundance Film Festival, and
so-
I was Robert Redford's
You what?
stand-in.
What?
I
You
volunteered.
kidding?
Yes, some years ago, I volunteered at the Sundance Film Festival, and
Oh,
I was a
wow.
similar height to Robert Redford, so I had to sit in his chair while they got all the lighting and camera right.
Was he then a
Told you.
short person?
I'm
She's not that short.
170
She's
centimeters.
little.
I'm sort of average.
She's little in.
Oh, in
Not much
stature,
of her.
but not in
Yeah.
length. Okay, yeah.
No, she's
Yeah.
taller
So,
than me. Yeah.
So there you go.
So
That's-
he was not. Okay, well, Anna, this is absolute coincidence that I chose this topic. We are psychically
Yeah.
connected.
yes.
So he wasn't
Did you meet him, Anna?
No, I wasn't able to. No.
Oh, that's
I
such
just
a
sat in. I
pity.
just warmed up his seat. That was all. That was as close as I got.
That's close.
From what
That's
I
awesome.
would.
What did you find?
Hey?
Nothing. Okay,
I
so
didn't say it. I didn't say it.
back
The
to topic.
the decadence of this group of ladies is dreadful.
Oh, for fuck's sake, let's get back on topic. Okay, so he wasn't just a movie star, but he was the guy who quietly changed how movies got made. He looked at Hollywood that only let in a few voices through the door and said, let's build a new door. So that became the okay, I don't know how you pronounce, Americans and whatever pronounce it, but we say Sundance Institute.
Yeah.
which was year-round labs where writers, I know Sundance, but in South Africa we would say Sundance because,
Dance.
anyway, Sundance
Sundance.
Institute.
Yeah, I say dance.
So it was year-round labs where writers and directors workshop their forms with real mentors. And the other thing that he did as well is he opened doors. He used his star power to attract mentors and funders to come and boost the people that were coming up from ground level. So, you didn't have to do it through Hollywood. So he had a huge land. He had a lot of land in Utah. And that's where he decided to start or found the Sundance. What?
It's just chat's gone nuts. just the comments destroy me sometimes.
No more hot men.
No more. We can't afford to do that to Kiwi.
We'll just put old farts on going forward.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've now totally lost the plot. I don't even know where the fuck I was. He had land in Utah. He started the Sundance Festival on this fucking land. And then there was already a film festival going in the town, but he took over the reins of running that film festival in 1985. And by 1991, it officially became the Sundance Festival, allowing Anna to go there and volunteer.
And sit in his seat. Yeah, not on his lap, just in his
Exactly,
seat.
and warm up his seat. Not how we won't say, but she warmed up his seat.
Cute little bottom.
So he turned his toes up. Okay, I didn't even
Yeah,
read that.
shame, didn't you? No, that's why he was a lot in the news. But as I said, it kind of got lost between the
Charlie.
whole Charlie Kirk thing,
Yeah.
which is understandable because Robert Redford was ancient already. I mean, 89. Oh, it's not that many years from now for me. What is it? Oh, it's 30 years away, and then 30 years from now I'll be 89. So we're getting old. But not too old, evidently, hey, Kiwi?
Never, she says, never.
Oh, God, you gave me a good laugh there now. It's a wonder I kept my cool.
Sorry.
I think we've shocked the chat somewhat too.
Yeah.
So is that done? We're done now with Robert?
Yeah, we're done with Robert. I totally
We're done with Robert.
kind of thought after Kiwi's bombshell. But bottom line is just... Yeah, man, there was a point. What was it?
I don't know. It was a tribute.
But it's just that it was the it's where it was
Jerry.
it was the root of where streaming started. Where
Oh, okay.
Amazon
really?
Amazon and Netflix and that. God, now my ears itchy too. Amazon and Netflix and those places.
Robert sent this bloody panel to the bad place.
I know. I'm just a vegetable now.
Jerry says, I like older women.
Oh my God, the cougars are in the house.
Kiwi's not, Oh no, dine with Bobby. Anyway, who's next?
Shall we go?
Who's next?
Kiwi is. Are you ready, Kiwi? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Do you again?
Where you go? Your turn.
Right, well, this is actually a pretty gruesome topic, I know. I'm going to have to settle right down for this one because it's really serious.
Right.
2
fair
days
enough.
ago, a South Korean woman who lives here in New Zealand, she came out here when she was 18 and worked and lived, and there was other members of her family as well. And she went back to South Korea and she was at university, and she met her husband. And 2 years later, they came back to New Zealand and got married. I know they got married in Korea, sorry, and then came back to New Zealand. 2 years later, they had a little boy. And then 3 years after that, they had a girl. And in the meantime, the husband got cancer and died. And she didn't tell the children. She never
Really?
said a word. And all of a sudden, people were wondering where the children are. No one had seen them. This was in 2018.
Right, not long
She
ago.
went back to Korea, and people were thinking she's taken the kids with her
her.
back to Korea, as you would
That's
think.
you would, yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, there was this man who bought, you know, those storage units that people buy and they're full of stuff.
Yeah,
They're
got one, yeah.
They're expired, and people buy them,
Yes.
and they buy
They
everything
bid on
that's
them.
inside, right?
That's it.
This
yeah.
man bought this entire storage unit, and inside was 2 suitcases.
Oh, dear God, no.
Yeah, dear God, yes.
Oh.
2 little bodies inside the suitcases.
Was this now that, so how long ago was it that she left and went back to Korea? Sorry, I missed that bit.
2018.
Not 18.
2018.
Oh, so they were,
And she had to be,
hell.
they realised it was her children. They had to extradite her back from Korea, back to New Zealand to face charges. She said that she was
Shame.
so grief-stricken from her husband's death, she aimed to murder the children and then kill herself. She killed the children with, I did have it here somewhere. It was a drug for sleeping. She couldn't sleep. And
so at least,
Yes.
you know, it was merciful. It wasn't something
Yeah.
horrible.
yeah,
Yeah.
so she gave the kids these tablets, and she had planned to kill herself. And of course, the children, it worked on them because they were so tiny, but it didn't work on her. Her own attempted suicide failed.
Okay.
It went through
Oh,
the
so she
court.
did at least try and off herself.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
On more than one occasion. She was guilt-ridden.
Yeah.
She tried to, take her own life, but it didn't work. But she never reported it, never told anyone, never, even when she went back to Korea. She just tried to start a new life. She went and stayed at the Hilton hotels and all these various places, lived the life of luxury. I think she must have got money from
His
her
estate,
husband.
yeah.
Estate, life insurance. And she lived up large with it, knowing that those 2 little bodies
Yeah.
were wrapped up in
Dee
plastic.
Dee McLean says careful with the wording. YouTube can be funny about that sometimes.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been all over the news, and everything that I'm saying has been reported as true. She appeared in court for the last 2 weeks with a jury. And
So this is current. This is she's appearing in court like
Yes.
now. Ah,
Yes.
okay, that's why it's in the news. Got it. Yep.
Yes, and it went worldwide.
Okay.
Everyone around the world knows about the
No, it
bodies
didn't go
in
Demi wide.
place. Yeah.
Didn't go
It
Demi
didn't
wide.
come up.
Didn't hear of it.
Yeah. I didn't, but I don't follow the news anymore because it's just
No,
too
I
bloody
don't either.
depressing.
Yeah.
So whatever
You know,
comes my way via X is what
So
I
she
see.
was found.
So-
She
Yeah,
tried
guilt.
to plead insanity, but it didn't work.
Oh, she wasn't too insane to enjoy the lifestyle
that's-
and living it
This
up.
is what.
So you,
This
That's
is
what
what
I was
the-
going to say.
Yeah, and then she dumped the lawyers and tried to defend herself, and the jury said no. She knew what she was doing at the time, and that was the
calculated.
argument. Yeah,
Yeah, and who's
self-created.
to say she really
Yeah.
tried to offer to really try to
Yeah, where's the proof? Yeah.
yeah, well, you know what I'm trying to say, so we don't want to piss off YouTube, but where's
To
the
Yeah.
proof that she
disengage
actually
to
yeah.
disengage with the earthly
What was that?
atmosphere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so where's the proof that she even did? It's just
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
her words. So, and if she
So
really
what
was
did
that
she get?
yeah.
grief-stricken, yeah.
She
So
lived
what
it up
sentence?
large all over the world for
Yeah.
6 months before she went back to
Yeah, she
Korea.
didn't want the
And
burden
in the
of the kids, and I'm
meantime,
telling you now,
her
her
mother,
husband.
this woman's mother, wanted to come back to New Zealand with her and put a report in that the children were missing because she didn't even tell her mother what had happened.
I wonder what
Didn't the
happened to
And
the
family
she,
wonder
husband's
where the kids
parents.
were? But didn't
this
they
is what
wonder
they
where
were
the kids
saying.
were?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Kiwi was saying they thought she took them back to Korea.
yeah,
That's what they thought.
yeah.
And what did the people in
She,
Korea think? Where are the kids?
they questioned her about it, but she wouldn't cooperate. And then, of course,
Yeah.
the Korean police turned up and extradited her back to New Zealand. And
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hint in the chat. Maybe they should look at her husband's passing again.
no, he
Yeah.
definitely died of cancer. He was in a hospice,
Oh, okay, right,
and
okay.
Yeah.
she didn't tell the children that he was very ill, and until a very good friend of hers apparently said, "You should take the children to see him."
Yeah.
So whether or
okay.
not she did,
That's
I
so
don't
sad.
know. But
That's
anyway,
that's
Yeah.
controversial. Yeah.
she got found guilty, and now will reappear. She'll be sentenced on November the 26th for
You
her
don't have the
judgment.
death penalty there, eh?
Just going to ask
No,
that.
it's a
Yeah, do
shame.
you? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I believe in it, but anyway, that's another issue. We could do a story on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes,
family obliterations, for want of a YouTube-friendly word.
There's a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of it that happens, and often the person that's committing the deed, the intention is always to exit as well, and then for some reason they
yeah,
never do. Yeah,
Strange. Yeah.
sorry, when you finished, then I just wanted to add something there as well.
yeah. No, I've finished.
Yeah.
She will be sentenced on November the 26th.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes
It'd be
I
interesting to
wonder,
follow up on that. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I mean, as a
I'll
parent,
keep you informed. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
it'd be
mean, as a
interesting to find out.
parent, how do you do that to your own kids? I mean, there was a case in America now recently as well where the man dumped the, I don't know what words you can use, but anyway, he ended his children and he dumped them in those huge oil silo things
Yes,
up
I read
there.
about that. Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
actually a YouTube.
how?
There's a YouTube thing on it.
How do you do that to your own children? We
Oh,
had a
God
while
knows, I
ago,
don't know.
yeah, oh, many, many, many years ago now, probably at least 15, 20 years ago, there was a big thing because a policeman and his family were driving home, and it was not far from where we live here, but I don't know, 60 kilometers away. And the initial story is that they had a flat tire. He pulled over, and while they were pulled over, gunmen came and shot the wife and the kids, but didn't shoot him. Now that already raises alarm bells. Oh no,
yeah,
no, his story is that he left the scene because he started walking to go and get help or something. And when he came back, they were all no longer there. And, everybody was shocked because, being South African with our crime rate and whatever, and this was a white policeman and his family, the natural thing is to think that, well, they were attacked by another group or, yeah. You know
mean
what
a
I'm saying?
racial
So, yeah, it was a racial thing and whatever, and it was this big hoo-ha and then it wasn't long before it came out that it was him he killed them, shot them, with the intention of doing it himself, to himself, and then just didn't follow through. But I just don't get how you
No,
could.
not
I can
kids.
under
No, sorry.
anyone that harms one of my children. I don't think I would have any. I would. I mean, I would blow you to kingdom come, and I wouldn't feel a thing if you'd
Yeah,
harmed one of mine. I'm not talking about harm. I'm talking about like seriously harmed or killed one of my kids or
yeah,
raped them or something. I would have no
I
qualms.
would
I
show
don't.
them no mercy. No
Me neither.
mercy whatsoever. Yeah.
These are your own children. The wife I can still understand because there's days I would have blown my husband away with a shotgun. When you cross, I can still
Don't say
understand.
that.
I'm married 39 years. We've had our moments, but I mean, I can still understand your
Yeah.
wife because it's someone you married, and maybe things in the relationship don't always go the way that I sort of get that
Yeah.
part. These are
yeah.
your
Yeah, we don't
children.
know.
How do
Yeah.
you look
Deb,
at your child and
and
shoot
do
them?
that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Deb
even.
Deb
No.
said, just do yourself and leave the rest of us alone. So yeah, I
Yeah.
Well,
get
that's
that.
my point as
There
well.
was
I mean,
a
why?
Yeah,
there was a big case here in New Zealand where a young man, he was 15, came home from his paper run, and his entire family were lying in every room in the house. Big two-story house in Dunedin. I don't know
yeah,
if you remember that story, Demi.
yeah. I do.
Um,
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and there was
it was horrid.
rifles and
Yeah,
guns and everything all around the house. Yeah, and
yeah.
they were all passed. And there was a mother, a father, a sister, a brother. There was quite a few of them. And anyway, he got found guilty and got put away for
Yeah,
life. Turns out he didn't do it,
didn't do it. Yeah,
and he got out.
yeah.
He got out of jail about 30 years later, 20
Yep,
something years later.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And I guess that
No.
there's an argument there for that for the death for the execution, I suppose, that
yeah.
penalty in some states, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things.
The woman
I
I was
mean,
telling you about, she
yeah.
admitted it. Stood up in court and said, "Yes, I did it."
Oh, she did. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She
Well, I
said,
think that's.
yeah,
I think it's a horrid subject, but I think that's something that is maybe worth looking at another time. We will have to move on. Look at the time. I can't believe
I know.
every week we're going over, and that's because we have such
well, that's
great
because you
panel,
got
and
me.
we have fantastic people in the
Oh,
chat. No,
yeah.
fantastic people in the chat who are engaging with us, and that's the whole purpose. That's why we're here. We don't want to just be sitting here talking amongst ourselves. She's putting her hand up again. She's doing the school thing. And we want to engage with the people in chat as best as what we can. Yep, Anjanette.
Carl Hauser says that they had a case there where a father, his daughter, and he said it's because they were under Sharia law, and
Okay.
he claimed it was
It
okay.
was okay.
He was, yeah, because she'd probably shamed the family according to
And
their
so on.
rules.
No.
Yeah, Carl Hauser also says time flies when we're having fun, even if the last half an hour was a bit morbid. And Deb also says the
It's only
whole
10
Sharia
minutes.
law defense is another whole thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually did a course on Islamic banking about 2 months, June. I did the first level and then I did the next level, half of which I've forgotten. But there's, at the root of Islam is good. It's just that you've always got your extremists and your fanaticists that just basically gives the whole religion a bad name. But the root of Islam is good. It's to help others. You don't accrue, although I suppose it could be a bit socialist, seen as socialist, but there's, as I said, it's founded in good intentions. I just think, as within
But
anything,
it's
with
it's the extremist. It's always the extremist, and that's the world we live in today, where it's either completely this side or completely that side. It's the opposite, and nobody seems to be able to agree.
and
That,
we need to find the middle way.
the middle way, and that's what that's
Yeah.
what Inside Circle is all about. Is let's discuss it. Let's not approach it from that critical point. Let's try to find the middle way.
Yeah.
that's what
The
pretty
Charlie
much what
Kirk
my
way.
life is about. Yeah, the Charlie Kirk
Yeah,
way.
Charlie
And
Kirk
can
way.
I just say on that, because that's not a particular subject I want to cover, but how wonderful of Erica to have stood up and said, I forgive him.
Yeah.
That she
Yes.
is
It
blew
is
me
what
away.
you're supposed to
Absolutely
do.
blew
And
me
yeah,
away.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, as a Christian, it's supposed to be what
Absolutely.
you do, because vengeance, God says, vengeance is mine,
That's exactly
or
right. So
something
I
like
just
that.
got to
Yeah,
acknowledge that, but I don't want to
yeah,
go into it because I think it's been not that you can't discuss it,
Yeah.
but podcast wise and all that sort of thing, it's been covered and covered and covered, and
yes,
people
yes, ad
people
nauseum.
aren't getting
So yeah,
sick of it; they're getting sick of the coverage, I think. So
Yeah.
so we'll do that. But hey, what a conversation it's been. Immigration is a emotional and often polarizing issue, I suppose, and tonight we've seen a lot of angles. We haven't solved anything, but maybe in our conversations with each other and with chat, that maybe there might be something in there that you can kind of take away from. So I would like to thank each of our panelists for their insights, their stories and their honesty. And for everyone in the chat, thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your engagement, because it's phenomenal. I absolutely love it, for your experiences. And there's, look, as I said, I don't think we're about to solve anything in these things, but we can just give some open and honest dialogue, and maybe there's something there that you can take away from that. But before we close, I would like to do one thing. I'm going to start a subscribers questions section, because I've received a few DMs from subscribers, and one of them is directed at me, so I'll answer it. The second one was way too personal, so I'm just going to ignore that one. But anyway, for future,
also directed
please,
at you.
yeah, it was directed at me. Yeah, way too personal.
Demi's got a.
Oh, I see.
Well, no, it wasn't like that. It was just way too personal. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your story.
Anyway, for future, ask the panel. Feel free to ask the panel member, any panel member, a question. Nothing too personal, but ask it. But you have to be a subscriber to do it, and I know who our subscribers are. So you have to do. So you choose. I will choose one question for a panel member of your choice to answer before we close. Do it via Demi. I don't know about that. You didn't hear the question. I don't know about it being popular or not, but it was a little bit out there, I tell you. But look, ask it in the comment section. Put it into X, into my DM there under DemiStorm, and we'll decide. But do it. But the question that they ask, I've been asked this so many times since we've been doing this, and they still don't get it. Demi, why do you wear sunglasses and hats when you're inside? Aren't they for outside use? And I went, yeah, well, I do. I wear them outside as well. I wear glasses because I can't see, because I have an issue with bright lights. These aren't sunglasses. These are prescription glasses, and I've only just had operations on my eyes, and these help me see. In terms of the hats, I have about 25. I'd estimate probably about 25 hats. Ask Anna. They're all sitting squashed in my wardrobe. But look at it, she's agreeing.
They're all over the place.
They're all over the place. I love hats. It just and I'm rarely without one, whether it's inside or outside. I usually have a hat on. It's what I've got a flat head, is the truth. No, I don't. It's just I do love hats. So that was the question that I got. As I said, the other one was way too personal. All right. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, pop them into X, into wherever you can. We'll ask them of the one member. And we'll pick one. So I'm photosensitive. Well, I have sensory perception disorder. I'm autistic, and I have SPD. So I have, I have a lot. I can't handle bright lights, even driving, and that I've got to actually have dark glasses on when driving because I can't handle the neon lights and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. But these are great. These are polarized, and I can actually look at lights. So, all right, where we're going to close? We are what? Okay, makes sense. I have no idea because when I'm gaming, I get asked the question a lot in chat. Why have you got sunglasses on and all that? And I answer it every time. But this particular person, who was a subscriber, or is a subscriber, I should say, asks. So, question. Okay.
Yeah, it's not actually sunglasses. It's prescription glasses with a tint.
They are.
Yeah. The white screen. Yeah.
They're called blue. They're called blue.
Yeah.
Blue, but they're also polarized. The normal ones don't have that tint, but I have to have the tint because of SPD. Yeah.
Are your eyes light colored? What color are your eyes?
No, brown, dark brown.
Because
brown-eyed girl.
I think it's a well-known fact as well. The lighter your eyes are, the more light sensitive they are.
Well, it's a common trait. It's a comorbid with autism. Many people
without sunglasses.
Yeah. I can't go outside without sunglasses as well. I also have to wear my sunglasses, and it's instant headache if I'm out in the sun.
Did you know?
And I don't have them on. Not
6% of the world's 6% of the world's population have blue eyes.
6%.
Only
only.
Is it only 6? So
yes.
Brown eyes must be very
brown
popular
eyes
then.
Is the number one.
I'm just a
blue
common
eyes,
I'm just common.
Yeah,
what color are your eyes?
Actually, I went for an eye test
I'm
a
blue.
while ago.
Okay.
Also
blue. Anna's blue.
Blue.
And the optician said to me, "Did you know your eyes are a rare colour, or a different colour?" I said, "No, they're blue." He said, "You've got one blue and one that's called silver blue."
Ah, right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, you're special. You're special.
So he said, I said, "Well, why hasn't anybody ever told me?" He said, "Because it's not really that visible when people are just talking. But under the scope, you've got a silver blue and a blue."
Wow, that's awesome. And Anna, you're blue as well. You're a blue-eyed.
Yeah, I'm blue, yeah.
So
what are you,
I'm a
Anjanette?
hexagram.
No, you're special. You're special. Really.
Yeah. Mine depend on what I'm wearing. If I'm in light, then my eyes go like a glassy color, and they'll sort of pick up whatever I'm wearing. But generally speaking, they're sort of like I always used to call them Koch colored because it's like bluey, grey, greeny.
Oh yeah.
It depends on.
You're one of them special ones too. You're a special one too.
It just they just change depending on the light and what I'm wearing and
apparently
if they're red or not.
Green-eyed people will change because that's the most common eyesight colour that will actually change depending on the light.
Yeah, that's sort of between blue. I wouldn't say they're green, but the other day when I was wearing this and I was in my bathroom upstairs and the sun was coming from behind and I was brushing my teeth, I happened to see myself in the mirror and my eyes were like intensely green, and I mean that's never happened. And I was like, Jesus, where's my camera? Because I'd never seen them that color. But it was a combination of the light and the fact that I was wearing this bright green polo neck or whatever. But generally they're just like a bluey, grey, whatever.
David Bowie was hexachrome.
What's that?
One different colour.
One brown and one, two totally. Yeah. That's weird because it's like looking at a squint person. You don't know which eye to look at.
I think he had
sorry,
I'm not very
green and a brown or blue and a brown or something. It was really obvious. A blue and a brown.
Chat is talking about my brown-eyed girl, which I just mentioned, and I used to have that sung to me as a little girl. as not a little girl, but as a girl, because there's two versions of it. My brown eye, there's a very, very old song, which is like a brown-eyed girl type of song, and then there's the newer one. And I hate saying it. My relative care father. There you go, relative care father. Used to call me that. Anyway, guys, we have gone way over again, and that's good. That's not such a bad thing. Okay, we're going to end here, and I just want to say now, if there's one thing that you've heard tonight, that's even made you pause, made you think differently. That's a good thing, because sometimes it's those small shifts that help us to move forward, help us to grow. Kiwi, what's happening in your neck of the woods over the next week or so? You're busy doing...
Yes, I have just started a new drawing, but it's all...
Robert Redford?
No. It's all under wraps.
It's all...
Oh,
okay.
We'll have to do one of...
I'll leave you with a saying: goals
Yes.
are like dreams with deadlines.
Yes. True. Yeah, that's actually very, very good.
Excuse me, I'm yawning
All
my
right.
ass off here.
Anjanette, what are you up to, Anjanette, this next week? Busy. You got a lot on, girl. You got a lot on.
Yeah, I've got to get cracking with work. I've been spending far too much time making little movie clips, so I've got to catch up with some work. I'm traveling. Tomorrow is my travel day. Yeah, not much else. School holidays, so the grandchildren will probably be over. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
A
Anna?
very exciting life.
Anna is delving into homeschooling and all sorts of projects.
Yeah.
Writing, always writing.
Always reading, always
Wow.
reading. You
Yeah.
commented on to me
Drawing,
today as
always
well.
drawing.
For myself, I'm back streaming. I'm streaming 5 days a week, gaming, that is. I'm gaming. I also have my podcast on autism, which goes on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. On top of that, I also do a Demi Reacts. That's being done. I do that very, very early hours of the morning because, as I've said, most of our viewers are US based. So I get up at kind of midnight and work through and kind of go to bed early. So that's what I've got happening. And so next week we have Kohlhauser on, and we will be doing the film industry. And then the week after, we will be doing the music industry with Jim. So that'll be exciting. We've got about 6 weeks worth of stuff planned. So thank you very much to everybody in the chat. You've been absolutely wonderful, to my absolutely awesome panel. It's always the best time of the week for me to be doing this. So until next time, everybody, please be kind. Please stay safe. And keep listening for that middle way, because that's what we're all about. Okay. Bye for now, everyone. We're going to end the stream
Bye.
here.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.